My name is André. I'm from Hawkesbury. I grew up here. I went to Ottawa for a few years, Montreal for another few years, and then I came back to Hawkesbury.
My name is Grace Batista. I'm originally from Portugal. André, when he got sick in 2011, he had this aneurysm. And that's where I got to see firsthand how efficient and how knowledgeable and how great that staff is and how lucky we are to have them in our community.
That day I was at work. I fell on the ground, not realizing. I was at the computer, and then the next second, I'm on the ground. And I had vomit beside me on the ground. From what I remember, I got up, I went home, and then I talked to Grace, and Grace said, okay, let's go to the hospital, and we'll see what they say.
André had his aneurysm and he didn't really realize what happened. None of us realized what happened. It's just that he wasn't feeling good and he was like white. He was like turning yellow. He was disoriented, and when I noticed that, I was like, that's not right. It's not normal, so let's go to the hospital. The care we received at HGH really affected all of us because of the care we received. He's alive. And definitely that has a big impact on all our lives. I was on the outside, I was just observing. I couldn't do anything to help. And just the fact that I was just and looking at what was going on, it was so like overwhelming because, you know, you always think that you can do something, but I couldn't do anything. But just to see them do everything and explain to me on top of everything that was going on and the rush and the emergency and everybody running around, they still took the time to explain to me and to calm me down, to make sure that I understood what they were doing, what was going on, what the sequence was, so that I wouldn't just, you know, sit there and panic. So they were very efficient in every single way that I can think of.
I had an aneurysm at the brain, so one of the veins exploded, and I had an hemorrhage inside the brain. First of all, my blood coagulates very, very fast, more than usual. So it didn't go all over my brain fast, like most people would do. So that's why it exploded, but it kind of kept in a little region instead of going all over the place. And the fact that it coagulated, it says that helped a lot. And that's what made me have some time to do all this stuff before I got to the hospital. I know that aneurysm, for a lot of people that I've known through the years, you don't even get a chance to get to the hospital.
When André first went in, he got a CT scan made, and that's how they realized, you know, what was going on, to the extent of what was going on. There's not many tests for his situation that we can do here. He does his blood tests here, and then afterwards we have to go to Ottawa. So obviously, if you know, it takes a whole day each time we do it, which is okay because he's alive. So to us, that's the main important thing. But obviously, if we had, you know, this care like in Hawkesbury, well, you know, it would be so much. It would make our day, first of all, easier. It would make our day better because it would be within our community and people we know. And when you feel at home and you feel more, you just feel better. So it would be for sure a much better experience.
For sure, I would really enjoy having an MRI machine in Hawkesbury. It would be very convenient for me. I have a family, I have kids, grandchildren, so for me to organize to leave, it's hard sometimes, but if I would have an MRI machine in Hawkesbury, it would be very convenient to just like leave and go for that half hour and come back to work, and I find that that machine in Hawkesbury would be a great thing.
I really believe in the foundation for the reason that it makes, first of all, it gets the hospital known. People don't think of the hospital as, they think of taking, you know, of going to the hospital because they need help. But people in general don't think of helping the hospital because, you know, they don't know or don't realize. So the foundation is a way, it's a vehicle of you know, to let people know how we can help the hospital instead of the other way around.
We do enjoy giving to the HGH Foundation in all sorts of ways when we can help, through the business or financially. It's very gratifying for us to know that this gift is well used. Like I'm a proof right now that care like this is very important. So that's why for us we're saying, well, if we need to help out the community, the hospital is the first place to help.